All right. Okay. Mm. Hmm. It's not enough. It's never enough. All right, why did I think that would work when I looked at it yesterday? Hmm. What's up, CJ? How you doing? How are we feeling tonight, King? I'll tell you how I'm feeling. I'm feeling embarrassed at how sore I am from the 32 push ups I did yesterday. I am in actual pain from a nominal amount of a simple exercise. It can happen. Uh, hey, good steer on Norman, man. That was turn one boosted truck attack or try is nothing to sneeze at. Oh, man. All right. It's funny how you can look at a fight one day and then come back and realize that everything you planned is awful. Ooh, that almost works. Hold on. So close. I would love to get a speed drop somehow, but all of my speed drop Pokemon die. Yeah, I liked the. I'm glad you saw the um, Icy Wind into Togedemaru play, especially as Nick was in the chat, like, it's over for us. I don't know that it would have went any better, The only thing that, like, I don't know that I ever would have switched in. I don't think I would have switched out Hari. I think I would have just sacked Hari and tried to win with somebody else. But it's not like you had any killing rolls. Like you had to get some damage somewhere. The P2 is just, it's rough, man. I've never let that thing get a special attack boost unless I'm going for the ape thing, because I can't imagine there's a lot of good outs. Hmm. All right. What if it's just, oh no, of course Luxray doesn't automatically win. Yeah, when you clicked Bulldoze, I was like, surely it's not Sheer Force, and then I didn't see the speed drop animation, and I was like, oh man, like what was he doing? And then you clicked it again, and I was like, no, Clotted! You didn't even like speed up. That hurt. The second Bulldoze did mental damage to me, I will admit. The second Bulldoze hurt. The first one, I understand. We all make mistakes, but then there was no text, and you clicked it again. You clicked it a second time. I was unprepared for the second click. I was just not ready for that in any way. Okay. How do I beat this? Yeah. Yeah, it's like the how do I not lose instead of, yeah, it's just like, I'm like, okay, what options do I have is maybe a better way to say it. Can we Carnivine lead? Am I crazy? Because everything I want to use seems to be just barely dead to crit. Oh my god. Yeah. So instead of trying like nitpicking the line, which is not helpful, let me try to give one piece of useful advice. Not everybody plans out all of their lines to the level of detail that I like. But I mean, I don't even plan them out like that in early game. But one thing I would always recommend is have a plan before the fight for the most predictable thing that can go wrong. Right? I think, what if you wanted Thunderwave, sure, but you can cobble together an idea of a line of what if he clicks Truck Attack turn 1 and I get one attack off, then what? Because it might change your mind on like what your sixth mon is, or make you say, hey, you know what, actually like Rapidash speed drop might be, or defense drop might actually be better, because I don't know, Sawsbot can come in and revenge KO with Horn Leech or Jump Kick after that. I'm just spitballing, but like, I don't always run the best line I have if my second best or my third best line are better against things that are likely to go wrong. Because it's like, okay, hey, here's the line that can win with no deaths if everything goes right. But then here's this other line that's like pretty much always one death, but it's always one death, you know? It's just a skill you'll develop with time. You're clearly very thoughtful as you play the game, so you may not be seeing all of, you may not see every play in real time yet, but like, I don't know, the building blocks are there. You're not just clicking buttons willy-nilly. All right. Kind of feels like Sceptile is my best lead. Yeah, look, I think one of the I don't know that I don't really I haven't seen you play like early truck to know how you go about it, but one of the things that I think a lot of the whole core guys that have had a lot of success do is reset for mix, and it keeps you from learning how to extract every resource out of your box. Like, um, well, I'll give you a great example, right? Inner focus Bienfu is a really good answer to the Shinchino, right? Like, oh, I can switch in, or if I can get an Intimidate, or I can sack into it, like, I won't flinch on King's Rock. I can, like, Drain Punch, Vacuum Wave. It's always a KO killer. Like, that's a dub. But I missed Inner Focus. I got Regenerator. It's like, okay, so that's still the only, like, I can't do it with Drain Punch anymore without risking flinch. Can I intimidate it? So it's like, all right, what else do I have? Well, I've got a Gigalith and I've got Intimidate. Actually, I had two Intimidate. So I'm like, all right, if I can, Gigalith gets Bullet Seed and Masquerain tanks Bullet Seed and baits Tail Slap. I gotta go back to Gigalith and maybe I can get a pivot here and get it to like -2, and I can get Mienfu in, fake out Vacuum Wave, switch it out, get Regenerator, and then switch it back in KO. Like, it's crazy. And obviously, you can die to like a billion crits. But for this run, that's what I had. I had the wrong ability, and so I used it anyway. It is super fun. What's up, Sil? We're discussing Claudid's Norman that he did earlier today, which was a bit of a massacre. And I don't think any of that was his fault. He got kind of the worst possible order of events. But we're just having a little fun talking about the general approach. All right. If I lead Sceptile on this guy, we're slower, but we're gonna out heal the damage. I try to kind of run mostly shooters, but I like one good guy. All of my wipes have been in early game. Oh my god, but I just got it lucky each time. Smile. I love that. That is the most DD self-identified line I have heard in a minute. That's Hall of Fame DD level. I love it. Yeah, I'm definitely like, I won't run well, this run I kind of did run absolute garbage. No, I had a Talonflame. That's still unfair to say. I think I don't think that I am run everything you get as a rule. I think you run everything you get in your first run, really your first few runs into a game, because you don't know what's good or bad yet. You don't know, and I don't care how much the community thinks they've solved the game. You don't know, so you just play it. And then like one of the things I learned running natural turtle and natural penguin early on is like how important certain stats are, right? So after losing to Azu on Norman with Torterra for like the fourth time, like, oh, okay, I'm literally never running a turtle that doesn't outspeed Azu, because that's one of the reasons I'm running it. And now, like, so now resetting makes sense because I have a reason to reset, or I have a reason to save state the starter, right? I didn't just start with GMO guy and I learned about the game first, and I genuinely think I'm better for knowing what matchups are built into a Pokemon, and I wouldn't have known it without playing it. Invoice, hello. How are you today? Except for the time I wiped a win straight. That time I lost due to bad luck and because stupid calculability. It's amazing that every one of your runs loses to bad luck. That's crazy. Every one of my runs loses to me being an idiot. That's not true. That's not true. I have lost to Ancient Power for sure. And you want to hear the most justified string of unfortunate events ever? When I first streamed, which is only like 3 months ago, but my first time I ever went live, I was running NG plus, right? I was a guy that showed up and said I beat the game offline, and I'm gonna run NG plus online. Um, and it went exactly as badly as everybody else who says they beat the game offline and then start streaming. I played horrible. I had no idea how to play the game and focus on chat, even though I had very few viewers. I got no credibility deserved. And the encounters that I had in early game on my offline winning run were all of the things that don't bait Ancient Power from Lunatone. And so I lost like 6 straight runs to Lunatone Ancient Power boost. It was insane. And I'm like, this is not fun. I hate it here. No, oh no, no, no. This is how you know there's no question my offline run did not stand up to the scrutiny of like Hall of Fame sheet. And I never intended it to. I was my offline run was me versus the builder. I was trying to calc every fight. The calc is the fun part, the puzzle. So I didn't care if I forgot. If I forgot an item, I would reset the fight and I would put the item on because I was calcing fights and taking care of my kids and living my life. It was a pastime as I did other things, and so knowing that I was split focused, I did not care about forgetfulness. I didn't hold myself accountable to it whatsoever. And I knew that was going to be the thing I struggled with the most when I went live, is that I would make those mistakes and they'd be permanent. And that's true. That's played out. I've made a number of forgotten item, didn't teach a move, because those things, I didn't build that skill set. So when I say I beat the game offline, what I'm really telling you is I am good enough at cooking to come up with lines that can beat the game as long as I don't make the dumb mistakes. And then as I went live and as I went through the live winning run, I also started to get a lot better at steering when I did make mistakes. I was terrible at steering the first time I went live. And I still don't think I'm great at it, but I'm way better than I was before. I was probably I was so many attempts in though, Sil, to answer your question directly, that I stopped counting somewhere in the mid 100s. Um, Although that's like true attempts. Like I used to count every reset as an attempt. I know now a lot of people only count like once they're done with a starter pack. So I have no estimate for how many like real tries or like, fight runs that made it to a boss fight. Um, but I can tell you for sure that I have reset the game at least 350 times. That's an easy estimate. It's probably north of 400, but just to put you in the ballpark of how long and how much. You may look at the product now and think that I'm decent, or you may think that I just got lucky on one run. Either one of those things could be right, but there's no question that I was awful, truly awful before. I don't increment the encounter. Yeah, yeah. I think I realized once I stopped doing I realized that after a certain point, the attempt counter doesn't matter at all. So I went from counting every attempt, and then once I no longer wanted to count every attempt, I didn't see a reason to count at all. And so then I just put the dates down. I would just my attempts are now labeled by the dates because I track every attempt in my little log here. I don't even really track every attempt now, but I track every attempt that like beats Brawly, I guess. And like doing something in a few number of attempts is really cool. And so once you're not counting every attempt, then I don't like to me it doesn't matter what attempt you won on. Oh, yes, that's right. You're a big notes guy. I I do have lots of notes from my winning run, but I they're just kind of sitting here. I haven't saved them. I guess I saved the file. But in fairness, I could do the same thing with the dates, right? I would just date the file, attempt dated this, and it would do the same thing. All right, let's count this fight. I can still chat and count, but I am doing zero effort right now. I see a lot with the grappling coaches where people are like, how do I get good immediately? And the only surefire way to do that is to do the thing and have fun. That's great coaching advice. Um, I am I love coaching, man. It's something I can't wait till my kids grow up and I get to get back into coaching, whether coaching them or like when they're grown and I get back into coaching whatever in my local area. Um, there's so many ways to get good at things. Um, if you want to get good at something fast, kids, like fall in love with it. I don't know what to tell you. If you only love being good at stuff, then you're probably never going to get good at it. But if you just love the thing and you pour your heart into it, you got a pretty good shot. All right. So what I think Sceptile's going to bait is Ironhead Excadrill. So the idea is just to like Giga Drain, Energy Ball. I mean, it's probably triple Giga Drain. The problem is if we like crit them at the wrong time, things go off the rails quickly because of flail stuff. Right? We can totally die to flail crit if things don't go our way, but it has to go pretty badly. I would like a better answer than that. That is exactly how I look at it, Claudette. I had a journey with golf that was kind of like it was one time where it was unique in terms of like the getting betterness of it. I as a young kid I wanted to get better at golf. So I found a local course that would let me play for pretty cheap. If I walked, I would have to like walk on the course at 7 in the morning and they'd let me play for $20, which was about half the price of any round at the time. And so I'd be out there at 7 a.m., walk the course, and I wasn't terrible. I was shooting like 100, 95, and I wasn't getting any better. Um, and I was going to the driving range. I was putting in the house. I was doing all the things that they tell you to do. Like pick up a club and practice. And finally, I sat down. I was coaching swimming. I had a full-time summer gig. I was doing the beach volleyball thing. Like golf was just something I did for fun on the side. It wasn't. I was never gonna put the time in to get good the way that you should, but I was still really passionate about it. So I had this epiphany like, what if there's another way? What if I can get better without putting in the time? At least not like the physical time, because I don't have daylight hours to do this. Those are all taken for something else. And I just kind of studied golf for a little bit, mostly online, and looked at like, all right, how would I approach this as a pro, and then simplify it so that it's only the most of the basic fundamentals. Like, what are the fundamentals that I can practice at home without a ball? And I just did that. I kid you not, I did 20 slow motion golf swings a day. It took 5 minutes with no ball, and I dropped my handicap. If you know handicaps, I dropped my handicap from 16 to 9 in a year. I was like, how did I get better by playing less golf? Sometimes the lesson I took from it is one that applies to almost everything in life, which is, it isn't practice makes perfect. It's the lessons, the understanding that you get and your ability to apply it. That's what makes you better. You can go in this game, you can click buttons and you learn nothing and you don't get better, or you can make horrible mistakes and realize what led to those mistakes, and never make them again. And that's when you're good. I think I got it. I think what we need to do is we need to go Sceptile, Giga Drain. And then if we don't crit him, we can just stay in a Giga Drain again. If we do crit him and he gets low HP, we can go to Bastia Legion, and then we can, and it'll be flail, so we won't care, and we just go Poltergeist KO from whatever HP we want. And then what is that going to do for us? Well, actually that would let us kind of chain, right? This is just team order if we're full HP. So we can bait Turtonator and it can't boom because we're a ghost type, and we just liquidation twice as he clicks Dragon Claw. He can't set up, he can't do anything. And then after we take a Dragon Claw, we're going to be dead to exactly Leaf Blade. Soy. Leaf Blade slow kill. So we go to Talonflame, we click Brave Bird. Holy, do we have a plan? And then off of that Brave Bird, we're going to get guaranteed Rock Slide. And I'm pretty sure there's a hard counter in this box for Rock Slide guy. Floaty's a hard counter. He has to click attacking move. You watch a lot of competitive grappling matches. What is the guy doing in this position? Why are they? Yes. And the same approach, for me, the same approach works for not just every sport, but everything. And so I've like that golf lesson is how I approach run and bun. It's how I got to the, I can't say pro level, but I'll say like, I am not. Right now I can't do anything. I was like almost good enough to be like a bottom feeder pro volleyball player, which doesn't mean much. Volleyball is not the biggest sport around here. So we'll say I was like regionally good, but I'm good. I'm short for volleyball. I'm old. I'm untrained. But like the only thing I have on the competition is my mind, and so I try to maximize that. Right, I try to learn players and their habits and what they, not like what's the percentage play in this position, but what's the percentage play for that person that's hitting the ball at me right now. It's a real fun game when you do it that way, at least for me. Very, very satisfying. All right, I think this is good enough. It is step 2. First you do the thing. Next step you're thinking about how you do the thing. Yeah. Right. It's the why. And I can tell, Claudette, I can tell that you're a good coach by the way that you talk and approach this. Like, it's one thing to know the form and teach the form. There are lots of people that can do that, but you have like the deeper connection to the why behind it that just tells me you get it. Yeah, it's the difference between telling them what to do and giving them the tools to tell themselves how to do it better and better and better. And there's a place for each. Sometimes you just got to tell a kid where to stand. But even as a player, I remember thinking that I was uncoachable because I refused to change things until my coach could get me to feel it. Like, so many arguments were like, Coach, I can't, I don't feel it. I know you're telling me what's wrong with my technique, but I don't get it. I don't feel it. You need to help me get why, or I'm never changing. And oh, they'd be so mad at that, so frustrated, but it's just the only way that I knew how to improve. And so I think, it took me a long time to get lessons through my head as an athlete, but they stood the test of time. They lasted forever, right? My lessons never went away. All right, do I have a harder counter for scope lens mold breaker guy? Because I'd kind of like to just switch in and beat him without worrying about what move it is. You die. You live, almost. No, okay, we'll work at it. It's fine. How about oh, that's why I picked Corviknight, right? Corviknight's like the perfect pivot for this guy. Guaranteed rock slide. And he's slower, so he can't polish. And it's pretty good. That is pretty good. Let's do it. Yes. Hey, take it the right amount of easy. That's all I'll say. You got this, King. Go train arms like a meathead. Do me a favor, do 33 push-ups. Show me how it's done. Don't need a knee to grow my biceps. Don't need a knee to grow your Pokemon run and bun skill set either. That's what I'm saying.
Coffee, $2. Lottery ticket.
All right, we
$2.
did not really cook
Slice of
this. We
pizza,
mostly just
$2.
chatted and picked 6
Gum,
guys that do
also
a good
$2.
job here, but
Fresh real dog food.
it'll be fine.
Starting at as
It'll be
low as
fine.
$2 a day. You get fresh human grade food that's pre-portioned.
We did bring 3 hard
by
counters to
on-staff,
the Sceptile,
board-certified
though. That
veterinary
should help.
nutritionist, delivered right to your door, and comes with 24/7 customer support, all for your.
He clicked counter? You bum. All right, now let's assess. Why did he click counter? Is detect a physical move according to him? Oh, Leaf Blade. I'm just dumb. Okay. So we're full HP. What HP is he? I'm going to call that 25. At 25%. It's probably a little lower than that, but at 25%, it's actually never Flail. It's always Weather Ball. Do I care? I don't even care when we bait Turtonator. That's crazy. We just do not care at all about that mon. All right. So we're going to be pretty high HP. We think we're always baiting Weather Ball still, so we should just... The problem is baiting Excadrill for a potential rock polish. We can't let that happen, and that's what we would bait here. But if we take a Weather Ball, the result is that we bait Sceptile next, which I guess is fine. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have to figure out the dragon guy a little bit, but we have lots of things. Just click flail for some reason. Yeah, I don't think it could. Okay, we are faster because of Swift Swim. His Focus Sash is still attached because we did not make him activate it, so we can just Poltergeist fast kill. And then this should be Sceptile for Leaf Blades, our Energy Ball only, right? Energy Ball only. Yep. We fast 2-shot, just Energy Ball, which means no Unburden. Nice Flame Body, let's go. Brave Bird always kills with no boost. And then, I don't know who this is. Excadrill for guaranteed not high horsepower. Yep. Oh, we were supposed to Mystic Water for the flip turn. My foolish me, I forgot about that. But guaranteed attack, so it cannot Rock Polish. We just go... I mean, honestly, we could even go Legion if we want to. But we will not. We will go Float Soul. There we go. And then we just Liquidation. Do we just Liquidation? Hold on. This is guaranteed high horsepower. We fast 2-shot the Turtonator with Liquidation, so we can absolutely KO with Liquidation here. He is Moldbreaker Air Balloon, right? Moldbreaker Scope Lens. Cool. And then this is Turtonator. What is it? Shell Armor Air Balloon. Always Dragon Claw, never Boom because he's last mon, never Curse because we fast 2-shot, so we can just kind of U-turn out, huh? And go what, like... Okay, after 30% minimum, Brave Bird always fast 2 shots, so we will still prevent setup, and we can just finish with Corv. Nice crit, buddy. Brave Bird. Brave Bird. Here we go. Who needs to plan out fights? The answer is me. I should plan out fights. Oh, where's T Gamers? This is the belly drum fight. Where is my man T at? Probably a little late for him. Oh my God, you guys gotta keep me from doing that on the overlay. Every time, man. Every time I do it. All right. What we got here? Let's see. Mr. Rhyme Time. We can KO with Poltergeist, or we can KO with knock off. All right, let's see what those two things beat. All right, we can get guaranteed Hyper Voice Sylveon. Or what? Or we can Poltergeist this guy. Ooh, is that true? We just chain two? All right, so Basculegion lead. We click Liquidation with Mystic Water turn 1. We show Fast Kill to Sylveon. We show Fast Kill to Decidueye. Yeah, and we show Fast Kill to Lanoon. So it's just Lanoon. And we click Liquidation a second time. So we just chain off Rip. Then we get Decidueye. We'll be pre-damaged for Sucker Punch. Yeah. Pre-damaged to bait Sucker Punch. We hard switch on the Sucker Punch. And we click Never Melt Ice Icicle Crash, I suppose. Is that right? Um, 22 and 72. So we get always wet. Okay, so if we do Overquill, we get guaranteed Weather Ball. Is that good? You're not powerful enough. Can't we just go back to Basculegion? Not quite. Well, no, if he crit me... No, we're pre-damaged. Right. We're pre-damaged. Do we need to be pre-damaged? We do. Okay. We can just take out Sylveon with love. Not quite. All right, what is my Sylveon check? Magnezone speed ties. Why is my Magnezone set still like he's level 50? Flash Cannon and Metal Sound are my moves. We speed tie anyway. Like, what good does that do me? All right, so Sylveon is actually kind of a threat. Oh, Penguin. Penguin hard counter Sylveon. We just go double Flash Cannon with a Citrus and we win. Okay, so Basculegion, Overquill. Rain. I understand all of the glazers of the Swift Swim ability. I do understand. That's why we're bringing our Swift Swim overquill. Let's go. Oh, it's water gem. All right, this is fine. All right, 1, 2, 3. Who's my third Pokemon here? Penguin. Bengu, buddy. All right. Who else do we bring for funsies? I guess it's probably Luxray. Okay, you need the Mystic Water. Black glasses. And truthfully, I don't think I even need the pre-damage, but we're gonna do it. All right, backup plans get Citrus or Lum. You get Orin because it's Water Gem, and you get Citrus because you're a backup plan. Okay, and then Basculegion pre-damaged to bait. Sucker Punch. Guaranteed 136. Okay, it is raining. Liquidation, bop. Lanoon, excellent. Liquidation, again, bop. Decidueye, fast kill, Sucker Punch. Free switch. 50-50 Sucker Punch. Doesn't click it, bop. Water Gem move. Might as well do this. Oh, we showed KO with something? Huh. That's crazy. Yo, somebody clip that. Oh, nobody's here. It just clicked quick attack off of explosion. So AI knows if you can kill it with explosion. Which is crazy because I did this during... optionals with the Conkeldurr and it didn't click it. We had played around it. How do I... Can I clip myself? Is that a thing? I guess I can do it later. All right, Prim, what are you baiting? You're baiting Hyper Voice. Let's flip turn. We're faster. Oh, we can quick attack Encore you, huh? That's just cool. Why wouldn't we do that? Oh, because it wastes a citrus. But whatever, free switch. That was cool. We like cool. Nice quick attack, bozo. Should have hard switched. So we got priority AI off of explosions showing a KO to another Pokemon. Crazy. Okay. Let me write that down, actually. All right. Morpeko, are you the next victim of Mystic Water Liquidation? You sure look like it. You die, and then... then we get knockoff Kingler. Okay, so in Kingler knockoff, we just go to itemless Sceptile. Right, it's never X-Scissor. It's always knockoff highest damage. Go to Sceptile, we Energy Ball. Sceptile's gonna get Tail Slap, Fast Kill, always. We go back to Legion, and we just win. Covet doesn't steal abilities in this game. Or do we do Steelix just to assert dominance? It feels like a Steelix asserts dominance kind of moment, doesn't it? Little bit it does. But then I have to like... Actually, Rough Skin Drudagon's hilarious. That's what I want. I want Rough Skin Drud KO of Ambipom. Eh, let's not joke around. Nick, what is up, King? How are you tonight? I haven't thrown not one time yet. Not one. Did I plan all of my lines of the like 2 fights I've done? No. But this is the second rain fight that Steelix is coming to, and I'm proud of that. You're tired? Me too. Me too. How? Tell me about your day. I wanna know what's got my man tired. Just work day?
One, cleaned, tested, and perfected by professionals. Two,
Or
1-year
in
warranty. Three,
I don't want to
30
spend
days to change your
citrus
mind.
on my
Four,
silliness.
industry standard battery health. Five,
No item
delivered
for
in 2
you.
business days. Downgrade now. Back market.
Oats overnight is a
That I
refreshing
do
20 grams
know.
of protein,
I
and we have a ton of
understand
flavors.
It doesn't matter if you skip this
perfectly.
ad, it's already over.
You work all day, and then some days you go home and you work some more. Yeah, was it you pulling the work into homework day? Today was the first day that my wife had all 3 kids by herself. So quite the opposite. She is holding up the family. Yeah, she's built for it though. She's incredible. How does she? People are asking that. People are asking how does she do it? Bop, Kingler, knockoff, Sceptile, no item, energy ball. Just make sure he's not Sash, right? This is, yeah, assault vest. Nice assault vest, bro. Cute. Your mom would be so proud. And then this is sure looks like tail slap fast KO. I'm not doing the math, but I am just gonna go a little Corv action, take nothing. Do a little Roosty. Iron Head. Iron Head. I'm so used to Skill Link, I forgot that it couldn't hit 5 times every time, and I think it hit 5 on the switch in. It's nice making the easy fights look easy for a change, something I was incapable of doing yesterday. And can I be honest, I am more tired and sleep deprived today than I was then, so I don't even have an excuse. I was just ass. All right, isn't this one of those easy ones? Well, he's got a focus sash, so it's not entirely easy. Does he cheat? Can you explain the context of such a question? It is going great, Inca. Welcome in. I haven't thrown one time today, not once. My mom would be so proud. Oh, right. This is the annoying Araquanid. The Araquanid problem. All right. The Mysticest of Waters. Of course, my Floatzel's not good enough to KO with Flip Turn, but that's fine. So we fake out Liquidation, you die, and then Araquanid out damages us. So we have to make sure that we're dead to Scissor Dual Wing Beat. So we'll pre-damage to whatever that is, 128. We can do that. Do a nice little flip turn on the guy too. Sure. Flip turn, take a dual wing beat on Lux. After flip turn, how much is that? We do 42. Can we get to 58 on something? Surely. All right, can either of my toxic guys actually get a toxic off? Or is this just a Primarina Encore situation? It might be. Ooh, Thunderbolt looks pretty good. Metal Sound is defense, right? It is Spadef. Okay. Oh, but I can't take a Scald. Never mind. Alright, so Corviknight with a sharp beak just one-shots him, if we can facilitate that. Surely we can. Oh, this guy knows Roost. Got any other one-shotters in the builder? Surely nobody that switches in. They're all going to be... Yeah. Alright, but I think we can get Corviknight in. So we do the flip turn thing, and then we go to Luxray, and we give Luxray, I think, the magnet, right? I'm not even sure we need the magnet, but the damage isn't different enough for me to care. We click Nuzzle on probably Bullet Punch. We paralyze him. And then after he's paralyzed and the steel gem is gone, can I set up a flip KO so it's not even... I use you. I can slow flip. I might not KO, but who cares? Because at this point he's so low and so frail. Then we just one-shot with Brave Bird. Yeah. Yeah. Flip turn's a good move. What? And heck, we can even bring Talonflame for some fraud body strats if we want to. Right? Yeah. I appreciate how much Floatzel is coming to these fights, despite the fact that it's not Swift Swim. T, you missed it! T, you missed it, man! It was for you, just for you. The belly drum fight. The things I do for you, man. It was right there. I had a great day. I had a fine day. I shouldn't say it's nothing special about my day. I had a fine day. We defeated the evil belly drum Lanoon in chain KO fashion, just for you. You just missed it. How was your day? Okay, what is plan B? I don't really have a plan B, so let's make sure that plan A works really, really well. You need a sharp beak. It's the one important item on the fight. Sharp beak is probably up high. And then we want to give Floatzel the Mystic Water. That's over here. Oh, it's on Basque, right? Oh, no, it's a Rost, so I already did that. All right. Ooh, pre-damage. Pre-damage. Dual wing beat. This is 64 times 2, 128. That would have been bad. Pre-damage. There we go. Gotta prevent that setup, you know? Beautifly. Focus Sash Swarm. We fake out. Liquidation. We're dead to Scissor Dual Wing Beat, but never Steel Gem Bullet Punch. We flip turn for chip. Get a nice little Intimidate off. Take Dual Wing Beat. We are faster. We two-shot, so... and actually, we didn't do Magnet, so we shouldn't... I think we get Bullet Punch just because it's highest damage. Yeah. Okay. And then what... how much do we do? Do we do 50%? We don't know that we have him in KO range yet, but we also don't really care. This is -1 paralyzed Scissor. It is not always Bullet Punch yet, but it should be. Now it kind of definitely is. Steel Gems used up. Maxroll crits 30%. 58 damage. We're totally safe. to click yet another nuzzle. Okay, and then we just KO this guy. Nice. Way to go, Corviknight. That Araquanid can be a pain, so very happy to get it set up so precisely. I'll say this, my box is way different than before. At this point, I pretty much just had Electrode for turn moves last time. I had Beedrill, but it was base Beedrill at this point. So the flexibility has been nice on having, 3 different mons that can do flip turn things, even though they're all water types. The Shiftry Fake Out Boom Double. Let's see what we can do here. All right. That's a great start that we have Clawitzer that underspeeds. All right. Okay. So, how do we do this? That's the question every time. I think I like Magnezone for the sweep because Magnezone can two-shot the Shiftry and then one-shot the Wailord, fast KO with Magnet, and never show a kill to our buddy the Oranguru. So then the question is, can we keep Oranguru busy? Or just let him Trick Room, huh? Okay. Ooh. Can I get Trick Room? And then just kind of like sweep. Hold on. Escav looks pretty good. Alright, Escav KOs everything in one hit except Wailord and does 55% to Wailord as it clicks Guaranteed Water Spout. So let's try to do that. Or can I just... Nope, you're a normal type. We cannot poltergeist the normal type. But we can poltergeist you and never die to boom. Alright, so let's say turn 1, we guarantee a fake out Trick Room. And we KO him, the Shiftry. Can we get a guaranteed fake out on something that one-shots? What's something that one-shots Wailord in Trick Room? Carnivine? There's no way. It can't be. It can't be, but it is. Carnivine's moment. It's Carnivine's moment. Finally, Carnivine's assness pays off. Okay. Alright, so all we need is something that fast KOs Shiftry that's not dead to Oranguru. Drapion? There we go. Okay. Drapion gets guaranteed fake out. Switch to Carnivine on Trick Room. KO Shiftry. Wailord comes in. Carnivine outspeeds and KOs with Leaf Blade or Storm. Escavalier with Silver Powder KOs Oranguru. And chains Fairy Gem. Gardevoir. Let's go. Carnivine. We did it. We found a way. We will have to level him up, not to screw ourselves.
fuller hair with options starting at less than $1 a day.
Power Whip
through
Carnivine.
Hers. Our doctor-trusted treatments are powered by clinically proven
Well, I feel like I
ingredients
should keep
finasteride
Power Whip
and
on
minoxidil,
Carnivine now.
So you can grow thicker, fuller hair
I mean,
in
that's
3 to 6
adamant
months.
Power Whip.
Your treatment
Am I
is
ever
100%
getting an
personalized
acid
to
spray
your
off
hair
on another
goals and
Pokemon
comes at
is
an
the
affordable
question.
price that works for your budget, so you can step out with full confidence. Hats off to hair growth with options for less than $1 a day.
I'm not dropping Magical Leaf because it's my only one for now, even though I'm probably not using it. Acid Spray is like the only thing unique this guy does. So do we drop Leaf Blade? I mean, this is adamant guy. Like, if there's anybody that's going to be using Power Whip, it's him. Only 100 base attack. I don't think 90 base power Leaf Blade is good enough to worry about having. And Leaf Storm KOs the Wailord, so we don't need the other move. Yeah, let's get rid of Leaf Blade. Acid Spray is the only thing this guy probably does better, but physical attacks is up there. This could be the best day ever. Carnivine, get in there. Come on, tell me you've seen a Carnivine have a KO later than this. How does he do it? Yo, T, you missed. So on the after the Lanoon died, in your honor, we got a pretty crazy interaction that I'm going to go back and clip. I had my Overquill on the field against Sylveon. Sylveon's highest damage was Water Gem boosted. Water Gem boosted Weather Ball, which did 84 to 100%. I showed no KOs to it, except I had Explosion. And Sylveon clicked Quick Attack, like the priority AI thing, because it saw me as killing it with Explosion. So the AI somehow does see your Explosion as a KO some of the time, which I find particularly interesting since I played around that on that second to last optional with Conkeldurr, if you remember, or where my Landorus was exploding. And he didn't click Mach Punch there when Explosion was the only move that killed. So I don't know if I just got crazy, like, unlucky that I got 90-10 there and didn't know it, or if there's wonky Explosion-specific checks, but I don't know. I want to test it. I didn't create a save state, so I can't. All right. Silver Powder, Miracle Seed, we're cool. Okay. So right now, Oranguru has Trick Room, and Drapion shows fast KO to Shiftry. Shiftry has Fake Out, must click Fake Out into exactly Drapion. Drapion switches for Carnivine. X-Scissor obliterates the Shiftry, which is a slow kill, so we won't get faked out on that slot. Show me Trick Room. Let's go. Now we get Wailord. And Wailord is dead to Leaf Storm. with Miracle Seed. Oranguru is dead to Silver Powder, X Scissor. Double KO. Carnivine, because it's so terrible and has bad IVs in addition to everything else that's bad about it, is slower than Wailord in Trick Room, or slower than Wailord and therefore faster in Trick Room. And then this is a chance to randomly Acid Spray, but Ironhead always KOs. Good job, Carnivine. You matter, buddy. Okay, I didn't even move the cow to doubles. All right, this one can be annoying. All right, Sturdy, Custap, Brave Bird, Whirlwind, Spikes guy. But no. Red card. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, it's funny. Napoleon looks so good, except that Scald Burn would actually play against us. We don't have infinite time with this guy because he can whirlwind us. I don't have a Mold Breaker guy, right? No. Skarmory, Skarmory, Skarmory. How do we beat you, Skarmory? Alright. Well, if we fake out Flip Turn, we can do 36%. But we have to go to something that's faster. And do a boatload more. Oh, Kabutops is actually a good option here. Okay. So Kabutop's pre-damaged by 1 HP. That gets us usually HP Grasp of Mantine. We kind of need to be able to bait. Oh, Magnezone can just beat this guy, huh? Only on HP Grass. Okay. Is it just the slow and steady way? I mean, it really feels like it's just, you know, liquidation, rapid spin. Well, once he clicks rocks, we have to keep spinning, which is super annoying. Which is why I like the Luxray thing. But then he's just gonna whirlwind me to somebody random. Right, we don't have. I don't think we have hazard removal with speed control because we ditched the move on Empoleon. Yeah. How does Empoleon do the baiting with this guy? Oh, you kind of wall him, but you don't do any damage back, and you bait not consistent move. It's pretty ass. Cannot say that I see it. Okay, let's just see if we can hard counter the other Mons in some way. Usually that's not really a thing on this fight. Ooh, I'm missing one. Who's that? Mega, I haven't seen you in a minute. Hello. Hold on, let me update my command. It's funny, it's not even like I just missed one. It's not even that I didn't update it. I just updated it wrong. Because in between Dreadnought, or after Dreadnought, we had a planned sack of Crustle that I entirely forgot about. So there we go. Now, deaths. But we feel pretty good. We feel pretty good about where we are. How are you doing? Okay, what if I just... I can't Electroweb because then I'm going to activate... I do too much damage. Alright. If I assume that a hazard goes up, what does Luxray bait? Because Luxray always wins the 1v1. And then you never outdamage me. You always outdamage me, but can substitute. Which is pretty bad. And you outdamage me always. Okay, and we can't pre-damage to be dead to anything, so we just have to straight up allow him to Dragon Dance, or... we kind of can, which is wild. You do almost whatever he wants, and we will still win the matchup. bait Scald Hurricane. Crab Apple. Lowers defense. Well, I guess we would just go in there and we would Icicle Crash into Ice Shard, and then even if he clicks Substitute, we always kill. And we're very likely to bait Scald, right? I guess we can kind of choose our HP. But we're playing with rocks up this way, which sucks. I think I'd rather play around the rocks. And I think we can do it fairly well. We just let Corv do Corv things from the front. I think I'd do Corv with like a Citrus Berry, just because it does a good job of switching into the rocks. It can roost up. Right, Perma Whirlwind's always a fear, but it's not as big of a fear. And I doubt he can even negative priority Whirlwind if we show KO. Feels like it's going to be deprioritized if that's the case. I'm just going to bring Penguin and Corv and say they'll be fine. Don't really know what they'll bait at all. But you should just beat him. Do we have anything that just beats Pikachu? Like always? Cherry Weavile? Lightning Ball, Light Ball. Slower. Yep. Pikachu just dies. Okay. Singles damage, singles damage. And then, alright, so we got Mantine problems. right, so if we can bait HP Grass, then it's only max roll double crit that we live with. Not with burn, though. But I do think it's still just Luxray. What's the alternative? Actually, that's a very good alternative. If I can bait it. Kind of want to finish with Corv, which means I'll actually start with it in the back. And we won't do Scald. We'll take our time with Flash Cannons. Ever beat it with Corv because we're never able to click the attacking move. Man, this thing is so annoying. I hate it all.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix. Now, this whole flow is a conversation, so your words actually build your website. I'm going for a store, and after a free-flowing conversation, I get this detailed site brief. How about Floatzel into Arcanine?
66 plus 36. That's enough. Yeah. Use citrus berry so that it's almost. Is it almost always? Let's see. Brave Bird crit. Well, let's look at non-crit first. Every non-crit, 33 and 16. It could be either one. So it could be Scald Hurricane. And we want to turn that into not Scald Hurricane. We want to turn that into HP Grass. My HP Grass guy also baits Scald. It's true of you too, right, Kabutops? Yup. Not good enough. Where's Dreadnought when you need him? But if I can get guaranteed Scald, that's good enough. Alright, so now we go to Corv. Now we're just using too many Pokemon though, right? Maybe not. Because Corv might be able to do this other guy anyway. Well, Dragon Rush can flinch us, so not really. But still, let's just say we do it. We Corv, pivot on Scald. How did I just forget this? I just had them on. Where are you, Pokemon? Prim. Prim slow flip. It's not the best, man. It's not the best. But it's what I have. And 6 deaths isn't that bad. It's just a bunch of steel types. Like, it's bulky. It's just super bulky, so I can just kind of like... Sometimes I just bludgeon my way through fights. I've actually never had a box like this before that's terrible in both rain and sun. Like, sometimes you struggle with one of the weather conditions. I struggle with both. Yeah. Although the Ludicolo death is really bad. I think everything else here is kind of fine. This Rapidash is too slow to be relevant. 8 speed just makes it so much, somehow just slower than everything it needs to KO. But the lack of the 4x water resist in these rain fights is proving disastrous. Yeah, I just, Watson wanted it more than I did. What can I say? You're the only potential slow flip. So maybe, I guess I don't really... It's still the same 4 Pokemon for 2 problem. So I can slow flip into like a Luxray. And Luxray is going to take a Scald, and we're going to KO with, I guess, Rostberry Zingzap. We don't even need the extra damage. Or we have the flip turn damage. And then we pre-damage a little bit, I suppose, to be always dead to Grab Apple or Dragon Rush. But I don't think I can chain kill, right? I only have 1 slot left. So it's like, can Weavile switch in? Oh, it's close. E-Speed? No E-Speed. Oh, I think we got it. 5 Pokemon for 2, and then just chain. Let's look at that again. Alright, Floatzel, Fake Out Flip Turn does 36. It's a fast flip. We pre-damage to be getting always Brave Bird. Brave Bird does a little bit more chip, but we don't care. We go to... I don't even need the Citrus. We go to Overheat Arcanine, and we KO the thing. We get no, that means guaranteed no hazards. Regardless of crit, we get Mantine for not HP Grass. Not HP, well, actually, on random move Mantine, we can go to Magnezone. And convert it into Scald. And on Scald, we can go to Prim, and we can take double crit plus 1 burn tick. Right, 62. It's 38 and 28. Yeah, so we can take double crit into burn tick with a Persim. We can get off a flip turn. Minimum 9%, even if we get burned. Don't care. Go to Rostberry Luxray for free. Get always Scald, KO from full with Frostberry, Zingzap, or Thunderbolt. Oh, we're not going to be full, right? We're going to be getting pre-damage so that it's Dragon Rush plus Grab Apple. You just have to make sure we're at least 84. And then just fine. That should be absolutely fine to do. We go hard Weavile. itemless. And we click Icicle Crash. We double check what Ripen is. I never remember what Ripen does. I think it doubles. Yeah, it doubles. So he's never eating anything. That doesn't matter. We barely live. And then we chain the Pikachu, and Pikachu doesn't have any special sauce. Okay. Yeah, I've seen a good amount of the NG Plus runs, and I got to admit, the boxes don't usually look this bad. I guess in fairness, that's like those are runs that win, and maybe those guys had a bunch of ass runs too. But we just, we've had a lot of L's on routes with good mons. If we're really being honest with ourselves, I just want to look at that for a sec. How many just like whiffs did we have? Ignoring natures for a second. I can't call Gigalith a whiff. It's not that many. It's more about the overlap. Drud was a whiff, even though it's a good Drud. Guaranteed encounter. This was a whiff. This one hurt. Steelix has been good, but it was a whiff. Onyx there was not what we needed. It's been good, but it still isn't what we needed. Huntail, expected encounter. Can't call it a whiff. Just an early game mon. Min speed Lopunny is a whiff, but that encounter pool is just not good enough to complain about. And Wailord is the only guaranteed encounter you can ever call a whiff. Right? That's 8 just bad mons. Back over. They belong in their own personal form of hell. It's all vibes, We just can't be stopped. We cannot be stopped, Nick. If these encounters are good enough, surely we can get there. Kabuta, it's not, I know, it's not a bad mon. It's better than all the other mons that I put in that grouping. But as my third water rock type and being a gift Pokemon that somehow still managed to be a bad nature and IVs and be strictly worse than Dreadnought in every way, it was until I threw away my Dreadnought, which doesn't change the value of the original encounter. It was like not getting an encounter at all. Right? I worked really hard to delay that for that fossil, and then got nothing. And even since I lost Dreadnought, Kabutops has been really hard to use. Here, let me show you this guy. This is why. Battle Armor is fine, though we needed Swift Swim mons. Battle Armor has been valuable in a couple of spots since Dreadnought died. But minus defense, 3 Spadef have both mattered a ton. 11 attack. This thing is a range machine, and I don't run ranges unless I'm going to lose without running it. So, like, it's just bad. The 31 speed hasn't been relevant yet at all. It's been slower than everything or significantly faster. Just not good. I'd rather have a lesser encounter that adds more, gives me a different tool, right? Kabutops just did not make my box better. I have never seen Luxray KO the Mantine. This is a first, and I'm all about it. All right, let's get the pre-damages right. You 123. Okay. You don't need any pre-damage. Max roll crit Scald gets us another Scald. That's good. So we can just Rossberry. We don't have to waste anything. Okay, we get a Scald. Your Persim. Slow flip, get the win. We go Rost on you, not because we care about the burn, but we just want control over the damage. And then you need to be pre-damaged to Dragon Rush 84 plus Scald 79. $163. I will say this, Luxray has been an absolute hero. This guy has dodged more crits than any Pokemon is supposed to. I have risked it far more than anything else, including yesterday. Okay, 123, no pre-damage, you're faster, we go you, we slow flip, you're Persim, and then you chain. All right, let's get in there, Ragtag Squad. Just gotta find answers. By find, I mean make it up. You don't have an answer, make it up. It's funny, I've already had some crazy admin Shelly lines running through my head. I haven't looked at the calc, but I just keep thinking about them. I got Sticky Barb on the mind. $123, slow kill. Any level ups missed? That's another thing I love to mess up. Okay, we fake out. The fake out is simply to make sure that he can't rocks. We fast flip. We do some nice chip. We take a Brave Bird. Intimidate doesn't matter. We never die to crit. He takes some recoil. Recoil never puts him in the Custap. We overheat. We're faster, we KO. We get Mantine for usually Scald, sometimes Hurricane. We cannot risk double Hurricane nonsense, so we just go Magnezone. Magnezone converts Scald, possible Scald into always Scald, so now we can go Prim. Prim takes Scald. Burn, crit didn't matter. We slow flip turn, we have Persim. Hurricane always hits. There you go. Slow flip. Nice crit. Didn't matter. We go pre-damaged Luxray. He can't roost because we show KO. We are Rost, but we will Thunderbolt because it KOs. And that way, even if we forgot Rost, we're cool. And we get Flapple for fast kill, random move. We live max roll crit on like exactly 1. We Icicle Crash. And I think we knock off the Pikachu. Yep. Big O Weavile. And we have, oh, we got the annoying Goodra. This fight, I don't think we have a lot of good stuff for this fight. Rotom seems pretty demon. And the Goodra's always a problem. Now we have Prim. Surely we can beat the Goodra if it sets up. We just switch in Prim on like Dragon move plus Curse and beat it. Yeah, Prim probably owns that guy. All right, I feel good about that one. That was a real cook. Okay. Okay. Barraskewda lead. All right, obviously we're slower than everybody.
Work today is broken.
Huge
We're
Drud
all working
lead.
in too many disconnected apps, and it's killing team productivity.
It doesn't always
But
work.
for the first time, there's a platform that fixes it by combining everything you need. Projects, chat.
It's not always close combat. It's usually close combat. Sceptile's dead to crit. Donphan time. Donphan works. That's a little bit criminal, what Donphan is doing. You sneaky guy. Or we can just Carnivine lead, which might be better. Carnivine Leaf Storm on close combat liquidation. It's highest roll of CC crit, 81. Yeah, let's Citrus Carnivine. That looks pretty good. Citrus Carnivine always gets Rose Sludge Bomb. Rose Sludge Bomb into Always Sludge Bomb, right? Always Sludge Bomb. We can turn Always Sludge Bomb into always kind of anything we want. We want to make sure we turn it into not Volt Switch is the only thing. All right, so we can turn Sludge Bomb with pre-burn Empoleon into Grass Knot. I think Empoleon probably does. Yeah. Pre-burn plus Metal Coat. Oh, it's so close. Oh, he's Life Orb. All right, but we can't really... Lovely Kiss is the sweet one, right? Sweet Kiss is the confusion one. Lovely Kiss is sleep, yeah. Seemed like a very good lead somehow. Can I just... No, he can, because he can poison me. Right, nobody outspeeds Weavile. Alright, but if we just get Sleep Powder Grass Knot, and go to Chesto Weavile. No, it can't be Chesto. It has to be... So we have to pre-burn you. So we get guaranteed Grass Knot. We go to Weavile with Citrus. We take the Grass Knot. We're around 50-ish. We're always dead to Rotom, but we're never dead to Volt Switch. So we get Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Thunder. Okay. And we just kind of spam Giga Drain on this guy. Right, we'll be pre-burnt already. We'll outspeed, we'll Giga Drain ourselves up. It'll never be able to Volt Switch. We should get Freeze-Dried Jinx out of that. Let's just call it Random Move. Can we beat Random Move Jinx? We can. We can just switch into Aspir Berry Drapion. It's just such like a 1v1v1v1 fight. Not Aspir. We'll go Lum in case it can do other things on the Switch. Yeah. That way it can, even no matter what it does, we win. And then Drapion baits Random Move Goodra. We go Prim. Okay. So if he Aqua Tails, we just Draining Kiss and we out heal him. Yep. Pixie Plate, Draining Kiss. And then if he curses, he's slower, and we can Encore the curse. And then double Moonblast. Dave, don't tell me to wipe when I'm bringing Carnivine to a fight. Second Carnivine Rain fight. I must be cheating. think I want to go Miracle Seed on this guy. Yeah, and pre-burn. That'll do it. Yep. I didn't pull 119. Who were you talking to? Weavile, that's the last one. Mwah ha ha. Pixie Plate. And then Lum for you. And Citrus for you. Alright. Is there any pre-damaging? No. Just pre-statusing. But good morning, Dave, and welcome in. I'm almost done, but I wanted to make it to Weather Institute. And hey, you're just in time. This is the first appearance of Drapion Speed being a positive. We're going to outspeed the Jinx and hard counter it. Just came back from school. Okay, this is liquidation or close combat. It doesn't matter. Inexplicably, Carnivine has this. Summer break lasted 2 days. That is a letdown. Ooh, Citrus saved. You low rolled. Guaranteed Sludge Bomb. Free switch. Guaranteed Grass Knot because of pre-burn to prevent sleep powder. No damage boost required, no fake out required. We just Icicle Crash for the KO. We get Rotom. 100 HP. This is always Hydro Pump. He hits, that's good. Okay. We are still faster than Rotom despite being very slow. Let's make sure that we are in fact holding the Miracle Seed. We are. Checkpoint 2, are we always dead to Jinx? Absolutely. Energy Ball. One more time. You're not Sash, right? You're Lum Berry Levitate. Great. Bye-bye, Rotom. Jinx. Just switch in on Freeze Dry. And then we knock off. He dies. We get Goodra for whatever Goodra wants. Just have to pay attention. Aqua Tail is fine. Aqua Tail is fine. Technically, it could, like, many crit me, I suppose, but pretty fictional. Nice rest, buddy. You want to get rest locked? I can Moonblast ya. Can I do anything here? I can, like, slow flip fake out Icicle Crash, maybe? No, we don't. We do not wipe here. I just was seeing if I could save myself some time. Right, he's gonna run out of rests before I run out of anything. Crash does just not enough. That flip into leftovers and Crash doesn't KO. And then, I mean, I think I get the Crash twice, right? Let me reset it though. Why are you rest blocked? This is just funnier. I can also crit, like almost every crit Moonblast KOs. Okay, Prim's a hard counter. So, congratulations on your Garchomp. I have a Druddigon. I have a Carnivine that came to a fight. Let's go. Double Grass, Double Water, Double Dark Fight. Alright, no deaths. We didn't even throw today, not one time. Why am I flaming Carnivine? I think you know why. Do you need to see this Carnivine again? This Carnivine? That couldn't outspeed a minus speed Octillery designed to be outsped? I don't have Leaf Blade anymore. I have Power Whip, which will hit even harder. but I don't think it'll matter. Ever. Alright, so I think the first thing we're going to do is hit a wide lens energy ball. Or can we just, like, Corviknight lead this guy? No. Aura Sphere? We don't have Aura Sphere. Okay, so yeah, we hit an energy ball. What is that going to be? Who's faster? You're faster, and you're going to see yourself as slower. You'll see boosted damage. Okay, so you'll see yourself as outdamaged. You outdamage me, Breloom. Is this just fast KO Scolipede? It is. Yep, it's all right though. I'm comfortable playing with Analytic Bug. All right, so we get the Scolipede. And then Scolipede's King's Rock, right? And Rock Slide's 30% in this game, so it's really 40% if I'm doing Corviknight. Turn off rain. Last time I had to do crazy things on this fight. But it is probably just Corviknight with like a bulky berry. Hits a fatty Brave Bird. It can't be Steelix because Steelix lets him set up. So we can finish with Steelix, we just can't start with Steelix. Okay. And then after you die, who are we going to get? We don't really know. But the idea would be to get Thunderbolt Starmie. Okay. But it could be Breloom. Thunderbolt Starmie. Okay. Oh, you're slower, Weavile. Bro. But I think that's fine. It's only fine if we get the order right. If we get Weavile in there, with a cherry, you never die. We go fake out knockoff. Oh, but no, we're taking boosted on the switch in, so it can KO us with double crit. Yeah. Right. Okay, so we would need a pivot, which could just be Sceptile. Right, go to Sceptile on Thunderbolt, and then go to Weavile on boosted Ice Beam, and then take a Surf. Alright, so boosted Ice Beam crit would do 27, and then a regular Surf crit would do 64. That's safe. Just knock off Outspeed the whole back. Do we show kill to the whole back? No, we don't. So we would get guaranteed superpower. Just kind of ass. Yeah, it's kind of ass. Guaranteed superpower. Don't love that. There's no way around that, right? We can't. Yeah, we can never bait Relum. Could we Iron Ball? We could. We could Iron Ball Weavile.
It can do everything a brand new smartphone
And then we
can.
always
The
get
only difference,
Relum. We just get
It's up to
random
70%
move
less
Relum.
than new. It comes with a 1-year warranty and free 30-day returns. Downgrade now. Back market. Random move Relum. I don't think saying we go back to Corv makes sense. Arcanine almost does. Prim dies. Oh, that's right. I'm thinking about Masquerain, but my Masquerain is too slow to even do things here. Alright, do we have anything... Is it Talonflame? Zoom Lens Talonflame? Can we just lead differently? Like, I have Penguin. Does Penguin just do this lead safely? Oh, we're slower. Alright, I kind of do like the Empoleon lead. Empoleon to just get early Breloom. Early Breloom for like Spore Mach Punch. And Breloom's real annoying for my box. don't have the HP. Poison jab? That's not poison jab. Oh, Scolipede. I don't know. That seems worse, though. That just seems like a worse lead. Oh, man, you're too slow. You're always slower, though, right? Yeah. Aura Sphere Claw looked pretty good for a hot second. All just seems worse. Let's go Corv. I think I'm cooked, Dave. I'm gonna call it a night. Honestly, went about an hour past I was supposed to anyway. Let's see who is available for a quick raid. Oh, Mr. Poosid himself. Thanks for being here. Have a good one.